Hello and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are going to be drawing, well, a little ghost. Yeah, it's going to be a little ghost. We're going to draw Banana Man, but as a little ghost. We're going to start with a circle so we can get his head. And he's going to be looking down slightly. I guess this is more than slightly, but that's fine. He'll be looking down. We'll go ahead and get his eyes in here, just so that we have that. And just a vague pumpkin shape, just there we go. Now we're gonna need to give him a little cloak. He is a ghost, so technically his ghostly body would be like all ghosty and stuff, but I want to give him a cloak. I think it would look cooler. Now, how are we gonna want him to go? I guess like maybe not down as sharp as I did, but like this is the general shape. Maybe not that sharp. I don't know. That's close enough. We'll just go ahead and start building a little cloak for him. I'll go ahead and give him a hood. Because, well, why not give him a hood? Alright, and that will be the other side of it right there. Whoa! I'm gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Alright. There we go. Get that. The little hood's looking a little not as good as it could, but, you know, what are we gonna do? Alright. Get the cloak like this. The cloak obviously has a break in it because, well, it's a cloak. What's gonna be behind the break? Absolutely nothing because, well, he is a ghost right now. So there's nothing back there. But we do want to tear up the fabric if we can. Which, to do this, I'm just making my hand shake to try to make it look more unplanned and bad. Alright. There's that. This will be black, and we'll have to actually probably bring that up a bit, but that's not a problem for this moment. We probably could have planned out the whole shape first before we added detail, but you know, whatever, it's fine. That's okay. As long as it doesn't end up turning out really bad. But that's supposed to be a hood, but it kind of just looks like extra fabric. I could just go with it being extra fabric and add more fabric like on here, which I do kind of want, just like more fabric just kind of hanging off. So I think I'm gonna go with that, it just being fabric. Because I like that. I like having it have lots of little things, because it's like torn up and shit. And then we're gonna need to add some like holes in it too, but we can focus on the holes and shit once we're adding detail. We're also going to want to add just a little bit of like ghostiness to him. Just a little bit. Because we're also going to make him coming out of a broken, I don't know, urn or pot, whatever it is. Whatever it is, that it's broken, and he's going to be coming out of it. That's a pot, if I've ever seen one. I don't know, I'm not a potter or whatever. whatever the hell the people who make pots are called. I don't know. Go ahead and make a little lid for it because, well, it is sealed off. If it was sealed off, would it have like straps on it to hold the lid in? I mean, I think these things kind of just hold themselves together, but I kind of like the idea of someone like having strapped it down to make sure he doesn't get out. And put some like wraps around the bottle too. Trying to just wrap it around the bottle, hold it together. There. And we'll go ahead and just add one right here too. Alright, that's probably good enough for the wraps, but now we're going to need to add the giant hole in it where he is leaking out of. Alright, perfect. That's not the bestest I've ever seen, but you know, it's not bad. We'll go ahead and add some particles around it too. We might actually want to close it off before, like, as if it's coming out from here and leave some tendrils behind or something. But we're also going to add a bunch of cracks in it. Because, well, it's being held together, so obviously there was some worrying about it falling apart. So, yeah. And I'm pretty sure pottery kind of like shatters when it gets a crack in it that would be like this big, so I can't really say that for sure though, because I never made pottery and I don't own any. Alright. And I've definitely never shattered any. Well, actually, you know, I could have shattered some when I was younger, but I guess I don't know. Alright, here's a little sketch. Now we're going to, of course I forgot my eraser. You know, why would I not forget my eraser? It's almost as if I do the same thing every day and forget my eraser every day. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and go like this. My kneaded eraser's kind of getting pretty used, pretty old. But you know, it's fine. I know you can wash these things, but it's like not necessarily worth washing them for how much work you actually have to put in. Because it's not as easy as just washing it like once and twice. And you can't just like keep it under the water and keep going like this to wash it. You have to pat it dry because when it gets wet, it starts to fall apart. So you have to continuously dry it and then get it back wet to clean it. And it's a whole hassle to clean it. So I might clean mine. And I have no idea if it works as well after it's been cleaned. Like, I have no idea. I just know you can clean them. It's not easy, though. Alright. There we go. Get some pumpkin in here, you know, some good pumpkin action. Beautiful. But this would kind of go down a bit further too because of us being able to see part of the bottom of the pumpkin, but you know, we might ignore being able to see part of the bottom of it, even though it would make sense for us to be able to. We might ignore it for the sake of just being able to draw it easier. His, like, that thing right there, stem, is like the only very consistent thing. between any time I draw him. It's the only thing that stays very consistent. And I mean, he has the scar always too, but I mean, like, the scar is not always consistent either. Alright. I always draw these not as round as I would like, but it's because I draw them not as round as I like. I have practiced drawing it like this, so I don't really pay attention that I'm drawing it wrong. But that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Let's go ahead and draw the urn, too. Just go ahead and get it out of the way. Alright. There we go. Perfection. Awesome sauceum. And then this one is the final one right here, kind of right on the edge of the broken shard part. Got that. And this is going to have broken pretty much every direction. Alright. And then I didn't connect that. Whoops. That was a whoopsie. That's fine though. We need to get this part of the thing done too, but I want to get these on here first since they do cover a large part of it. You know, since they do cover a large part of him, I mean. And then here's where the little knob will be. Maybe. Alright, get that. Go ahead and put that one there, and then this one will be right here. Alright, that's definitely not the most perfect thing I've ever done in my life, but you know, it's not bad. This needs to be raised up. It's not bad. Let's go ahead and scoot down here so we can get this angle. Right there. Oh wait, I didn't do that with this. Right there. There's our little urn that's being held together, but not very well, and he is leaking out of it. So now all we have to do is, I'll do him. Alright. Now, let's go ahead and start with the torn fabric parts of this. This being his, this would be kind of what's holding it together, but not really. Perfect. Looking good. Okay. Looking swell. Right. Good, 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 good. part that's okay, that part that's just okay, but you know, we work with what we can get. Alright. Perfection. Oh, hey, it stopped raining. Pretty sure it stopped raining before I even started recording, but you know, whatever. If I would have recorded with the rain, you would have actually been able to hear the rain in the background, because it was pretty freaking loud. Alright, let's go ahead and erase that, because, well, that's not how that would look. There. Perfection. Go ahead and just add a little bit of shading right there. Bam. Alright, now we're gonna need to add some holes in it, you know. There we go. Perfect. Then we're gonna add a little bit of a ghostly body, you know, what we said we were gonna add earlier. I kind of don't want it out that far. Like that. Let's go ahead and add some little dribble drabbles right here, though. Alright. Alright, that's definitely not the best ghostly body I've ever seen in my life. Some references definitely could have made the ghostly body a little better, but I think we're going to move on to the tiny linies, and then I think we'll be done after that. I mean, I do kind of want to add some, like, terrain that this is sitting on, but, like, I don't exactly know how I would do such a thing. I mean, there's some terrain it's sitting on. There. Boom. But I kind of wanted it to make it look like this was like a dip in the ground that this was sitting in. Alright. And I also wanted to give him like an effect around him of like basically like an aura, but I don't exactly know how I could do that. I mean, I can accomplish that with pencil, but I mean with like the tiny linies, I don't really know how I would do that. I guess I can just add pencil after where it's like smudging the pencil. But that's obviously gonna get erased when I do the eraser, but you know, whatever. Now my fingers all, oh, now the, okay, why'd I do that on the carpet? Now the carpet's gray right there. Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't matter. It's not my carpet. My mom won't be annoyed at me. As long as I don't tell her, she'll never know. Also, she wouldn't care. It's literally like the tiniest bit of pencil. Alright. Time to do the tiny linies. Time lapse, go! Woo! Alrighty. I'm done. Well, now that I'm saying that, I'm gonna do one other thing, is I'm gonna make that a little wispier, but I'm done. I think it looks good. I do think the ghostly part coming out of him could have been done much better. But I do overall like how the drawing turned out. I like how I decided to make the pumpkin more withered on a whim, and it did turn out very well. I did forget to redraw the ground that he was on, but I can just go ahead and do that with a pencil right now, I guess. Just like... Just go ahead and go like that. And there we go. There's the ground. And that's... Well, that's the drawing. I hope you like it. I like it. I think it looks really cool. See you next time. Bye.